Hey guys, H here. What's going on in your silly little brains today? I know what's going on in mine. There's a dog. I've changed position today because my desk is pretty messed today, so I didn't want it to clean it up. So I'm just filming from this angle today, and in the background you have my lovely closet. I did upload a vlog not long ago, but I haven't filmed one of these kind of videos in over 2 months now because I've been so busy. In March I went to gymnastic shows, as you probably know, so I haven't had time to actually film any videos there. And then in April I also have a few shows, and I have been really busy with school, so I didn't have time there either. And then in the end of April, the 21st of April, I had my jaw surgery. Almost 5 weeks ago I had my surgery, and I haven't actually been able to film because I have had a hard time to pronounce words. I still have a little bit, and I've been really swollen in my face, so I haven't really wanted to present myself in front of the camera. But here I am, and I'm here today to talk about how the surgery went. I did say in a video long ago that I wanted to keep an update on how I was gaining weight and stuff like that. I never did that, but I did gain 3 kilos, and I ended up weighing about 50.7 kilos, and I also lost those again after a week. I have tried to have a little bit of structure in this video, so let's start to talk about the surgery. I went through a double jaw surgery because I had underbite, and they fixed that. What they did was they cut my jaw here, my lower jaw here, and took a piece of my jaw. I don't know exactly how much they actually took off, but so they were able to actually pull my jaw back. And then they did something up here. I don't know exactly. I think they kind of like cut it here, over here, over my front teeth, and then pulled it forward. So I was cut open down here, and now I have titanium in my face. It's a really big surgery. It took about 4 hours to have the surgery, and I haven't been able to actually eat properly for the last 5 weeks, but I have been able to actually chew soft things for the past 2 weeks, so don't worry. This surgery have helped to actually put my teeth in the perfect position as they are supposed to be. So on the 21st of April I arrived at the hospital at 8:30, I think. I wasn't allowed to eat food. As you probably know, if you're going to be fully asleep under surgery, you're not allowed to eat because you can risk actually throwing up, and it will end in your lungs and you can end up dying. So I didn't do that. So from 12 a.m. I wasn't allowed to eat. The only thing that we're allowed to was 2 hours before the surgery I could take a big glass of clear liquid such as juice, apple juice or iced tea. I drank iced tea just to get some sugar inside before the surgery because you need a little bit of energy. I arrived at the hospital and I sat there for like an hour. I was supposed to actually, the time was 8 o'clock. I sat there until like 9:30 until the nurse came and picked me and my mom and dad up, and I got this hideous clothes. I was supposed to wear like a pair of underpants that were like 5 sizes too big. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to wear this? And I got like a coat, white coat, and a pair of stockings that was really tight because those are supposed to kind of like keep my blood flow going while I'm laying down, because I will be laying down for many hours. So I got that on. I also got a kind of like a blanket, and then I got to the waiting area where I laid for another hour. I'm just so annoyed for having to wait so much, but I laid there and I waited until the doctor came, and the nurse, the drug nurse, I don't know what you call it, but the nurse that was supposed to actually drug me and make me fall asleep. And then my mom have changed into something more hospitality-ish clothes, and she went with me into the surgery room where they put like a needle in here. I don't know what you call it, but that's where all the drugs and painkillers and liquid came through. Yeah, I got that in, and they took my blood pressure, heartbeat and stuff like that. I got a lot of things around my head and stuff like that, and some small needles in here so they could keep an eye on me to make sure I didn't wake up under the surgery, and to make sure that I had enough liquid in my body and all that kind of stuff. After I got this in, they put, I don't know, I think it was salt water they just sent in, and it was so unpleasant. It was really, really unpleasant. It was, you could actually feel, like you can see my, I don't know if you can see my vein, but it was in my vein, and then you could actually feel the cold liquid going through my vein and up till around here. That was not a nice feeling. It didn't hurt, but it was not nice. I got the mask on, and then they said, say when you're starting to feel a little bit dizzy, and I said so, and then they started to actually drug me with that thing that were going to make me fall asleep, and in less than, I think it was only 2 or 3 seconds, maybe 5, and I was asleep, fast asleep. I remember that normally they wake you up in the surgery room so you can go to the bed yourself. So I actually remember waking up. No, I didn't exactly remember waking up, but I remember waking up and the doctor asked me to sit up. So I sat up, but apparently I sat up too fast because they started to actually push me down again, because I wasn't supposed to be that fast. And then I got over in the bed, and then I remember waking up in the waking up area, and the doctors asked me how I felt, and I felt pretty good, but I was tired, and they were really surprised because I was really healthy, I don't know if you call it, but I was really energetic compared to other people having had that surgery, because it really drains you to go through this. I didn't feel any pain because I was completely numb in, like, from here and down, and then like here, like if I can draw it, like this area I was completely numb because they have been so close to my nerves inside that they were damaged a little bit, so I couldn't feel anything. And were a little bit sore in the nose because they have had a tube through my nose and down my lungs in order to make me breathe, because they couldn't have it inside my mouth because they were actually having the surgery inside my mouth. They were doing surgery stuff in there, and I don't know how much I had inside my mouth, but I was big. I literally looked like one of those Kylie Jenner challenge things gone wrong. And the third day I was ready to kill myself because the swelling became bigger and bigger, and my face hurt. It didn't actually hurt, it was really, really sore because my skin could literally not stretch anymore, so it was really, really sore in my cheeks, and my muscles were a little bit sore as well. I was at the waking up area thing for 2 or 3 hours, I think. My dad and mom and little brother was there, and after that I was taken to my room, the room where I was staying. Another girl who had went through the surgery was there too, but she was actually picked up that day by her family. And normally you stay there for 1 or 2 days. Luckily I was there for 1 day. So I got there, and my friend Elizabeth came to visit me. She came from school, and my mom and dad and little brother came, and my sister actually came too. That was really nice to have those people come visiting me, even though I didn't feel like showing my face, but I was actually really happy, and I was energetic. And the doctors and nurses were really surprised that I had so much energy after this surgery, and my family and Elizabeth was also like, don't it hurt and stuff like that, but it didn't really hurt. I was really uncomfortable, yes, but it didn't hurt at all. The next day I got picked up and I got home. I felt really uncomfortable because I couldn't eat or I couldn't sleep properly. So I was really tired, and I was really hungry, and I was really big in my face, and I was really sore in this area around here. And it was really uncomfortable. I never actually felt my jaws, which was kind of surprising to someone that that's not what hurt. What actually annoyed me the most was the swelling. and I still a little bit, I think, around here, as you can see, and it have been 5 weeks, so you can probably imagine how long it took. The time went on, and I started to get blue and yellow down my neck and my chest, and that's basically because all my blood have started to rush to my head to heal all the wounds and stuff like that, so I got really big. So when gravity started to work properly again, blood started to going down again, so I got really bruised here, but it didn't hurt. For the first 2 weeks I couldn't really eat anything because I couldn't feel anything, so I kept drooling and I kept dropping my food, and I didn't really feel like going out eating with my family because I felt really disgusting knowing that people could see food and drool running out my mouth, and I would do like all the time, and it sounds so disgusting. They said that the numbness could be up to a year before I could actually feel all this again, but I'm lucky. I already have completely normal feeling here, and I'm starting to get here as well. I'm still completely numb in this area here, but hopefully it will come back. I might be unlucky enough that the feeling won't come back completely, but hopefully it will. And that's basically how it went. And now I'm sitting here today and I'm actually feeling quite good. I'm still not completely satisfied with how it turned out and how I look right now, and I think it's because it's weird to look on a new face, because you can see I'm clearly more round in my face than I were before, and it's really weird to look at a face like this when you are used to looking at another face for 20 years and then suddenly like that something new happens. My confidence was actually getting higher. I've spent a lot of years actually accepting who I was, and I've been really low, but I was starting to accept who I was, and then suddenly I'm going through this big change. The reason why I did this surgery weren't because I wanted to change myself, it was because I didn't have a choice. In Denmark, if you're under 18, when you start getting your teeth fixed, you do not have to actually pay for all this. So my parents didn't actually allow me and my siblings to say no, because if we regret not getting our teeth fixed, we would have to pay for it ourselves. And this surgery is actually over 100,000 Danish crowns expensive. That's a lot of money to pay for something. I'm glad that I didn't do that. The surgery was a part of me getting my teeth fixed. We didn't know it when they said that I was going to have braces, that I was going through this. But at the age of 13, the dentist said that I might have to go through this surgery. And I have to wait until I was like old, because my jaws kept growing, and if I started the surgery in a too young age, maybe my jaws would have fucked up and I would have to go through the surgery again. If you're going through a surgery like this, I can advise you to actually get protein drinks, and smoothies is a good thing too. I wasn't actually able to drink smoothies or anything with a straw for the first 2 weeks because I couldn't suck in to the straw. But after 2 weeks I could. But for the first 2 weeks I was drinking of some kind of, like you saw it in my last videos, some kind of like baby cups, because they were the only thing that I could actually drink from. Now for the past 2 weeks I've been able to actually drink from a bottle, like normal, well, bottle and glass normally. But after 2 weeks I drank with everything with a straw. Actually, protein drink is a good idea, and smoothies, get protein powder or whatever to put in your food and in your drinks, because it will help a lot, and make sure that you do not lose too much weight, which you will lose weight through this because you aren't able to actually get enough food or liquid for your body to use, so you will lose weight because your body will start to eat your fat or whatever. I think actually that's it about the surgery. If you have any further questions that I didn't answer, please comment down below and I will do my best to answer them, because it can be really frightening to go through this and not knowing anything about it. Trust me, when I was told that I was going through the surgery in April, I was really scared because I had no idea what they were going to do in the surgery, and I had no idea how I'd feel afterwards. I literally didn't know anything, so I started to Google up histories about other people going through this, and some of them were like, oh, I threw up blood and I felt really ill and I couldn't go to work for 5 weeks and stuff like that. So I started to get really anxious about this, but fortunately it turned out not to be as bad as some people might experience. But keep in mind that this surgery is really different from person to person. I was one of those who got over it really quickly, and I could actually handle it better, and I didn't actually feel ill after waking up. A lot of people get ill from the drug they get from drug they get when they're having the surgery, and they might throw up when they wake up, but I didn't feel ill at all, so I was lucky. So I didn't think it was so bad. It didn't hurt. I was sore from times to times, and I'm still pretty sore because, I'm still a little bit sore in my muscles because they become weak after a month of not actually being used. So when you start using them again, they get sore, just as if you haven't done any sports for weeks, and then suddenly you start doing sports again and your muscles will feel really sore and you won't be able to walk properly. That's the same that happens, and that's why I feel sore right now. And that's not bad, but sometimes I have headaches and that's it, but it's not bad. So if you're going through this, do not actually be scared if you will feel a lot of pain, because you won't, because you can, because you're completely numb in the face. So don't be scared of that. I think that's it, and if you want to know more, comment down below and I will answer the comments down there. Also, I got a haircut, as you probably can tell. I got a haircut about a month or 2 ago, right before the surgery actually, so a little bit over a month ago. A month and a half, I think, so it have grown a little bit. It was like here before, so a few centimeters. I have a few things to show you. This Elgato Game Capture HD. Isn't it beautiful? It's a little bit, actually it's not that beautiful right now because it's sticked up with my fingerprints. But this and this, isn't it beautiful? I'm just gonna put this on. I'm not using that right now, but I bought a microphone as well. And guess what? If you're really clever, you already know now what I'm talking about. Yes, if you guessed gaming, you're right. I'm gonna record gaming videos soon. As soon as I find out how to actually record my screen and game at the same time, because I can only use my MacBook at the moment because there is not an HDMI on my Windows computer, which sucks. But I can use my Mac at the moment, and I will start recording when I have the time. I still have a few finals to go through, but I will start recording gaming videos, and that also means that I will be uploading videos more often. You can always comment down below if you have any questions about the surgery. I'm here to answer. Now I've gone through it myself, so I have experience, I think. But leave a like and hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of me and gaming and stuff. And yeah, you can follow my Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram and blog. Link is down in the description with everything else that might be down there. But I think that's it for now, guys. Creepy octopus ending.